Right, this is the, I think they pronounce it Hussaini, I think it's pronounced. Hussaini, something like that. Hussain, right, I'm just gonna read what it says on the board, yeah, because it explains it. It says, remembering Hussain, a man who sacrificed all for justice, peace, harmony, is that? Values and love. And in the capitals, it's Charles Dickens. And I'm just going to read it. It says, in a distant climate, the tragic scene of the death of Hussain will awaken the sympathy of the coldest reader, and that's Charles Dickens on the end. I came down for there's an animal rights protest, right, and I'm still looking for it. But I thought while I'm here, I might as well just show you what's going on in London. You know, this is the Hussain. It's the Hussain Memorial, I think it's called. It says Hussaini Association. Sorry. I'm still trying to find a animal rights protest. There's an animal rights protest going on, and it was supposed to be in Marble Arch, and it's not here for some reason. I'm just going to go and read some of the boards here. I'm going to go in and read some of the boards. Let's hope that it's okay to do that. Some of the boards are over there. I'm going to just read them, see what it says. So there's a man called Hussain, and he made sacrifices, and this is a memorial, as an Islam memorial. Let me have a look and see. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Sorry. I don't think I'm allowed in there. But on the board, it says, who is Hussain.org, Imam Musa, IBN Jaffa, the calm one. And it says, the sleep of a wise man is far better. I can't read most of it. I don't know if you can see it, but I can't read most of it. Anyway, that's what it's about. It's a memorial, isn't it?
Commemoration, yeah.
Commemoration, that's it, yeah. Commemorate. Oh, because it's past.
Yes. So
I'm just going to go.
The person that we commemorate is the grandson of the Holy Prophet.
Okay.
He's Imam Hussain.
And does this happen all over the world on the same day?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay. Cool. Thank you. So that explains what it's about. I'm going to go to. I want to see if I can find the animal. There's an animal rights protest as well going on, so we'll see if we can get that as well. I think this is the first time it's happened here. Is this the first time it's happened here? It's the first time it's happened in London, yeah. Yeah, it's the first time it's happened in London. It's interesting, isn't it?
Allahu Akbar.
Let me get it from the seat. Do you know anything about this?
No, I just appeared today. I just forgot because you see yourself and hear it on social media. You know?
Yeah. I spoke to someone and they said this is the first time it's happened in London. Apparently, it happens all over all over the Islamic world, apparently. Yeah, but it's the first time it's happened in London this year. That's what they're saying.
We've seen what's going on.
And just so that you're clear about what's going on here, it's about a man, a prophet, I think, called Hussain, who made sacrifices for peace and harmony and all that. That's basically what it says on the board. I'm sorry, mate. Sorry. I just want to quickly ask the police officer where this other protest is. I'll be back to it in a minute. Do you know, I initially came down here for this animal rights protest, but then I knew this was going on. But I wanted to do bit of this and a bit of the animal rights. I'm just going to ask these police officers. Excuse me. Do you know where the animal rights? Sorry, mate. Sorry. Do you know where the animal rights protest is?
It's moved off now. It moved off about an hour or two ago.
So it ended. Oh, you did it.
Went to Wellington Arts.
Sorry.
Wellington Arts.
Where's that?
Yeah,
Is that near?
It's nearer to
So it's completely out of
Buckingham
this.
Palace.
Oh, okay.
And the big arch is on the.
Oh, I know where the mall is.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're okay, cool. All right, thank you, man. Thank you. So I'm not going to be able to do that, I don't think. When I've done this live, yeah, I'm going to do this live for a little while, and then I'm going to cut it, and then I want to go somewhere else because there's somewhere else that I like to go, and restart the live, yeah. So I'll just be in two sections. It's a shame because that one that I came for as well is of interest to me, you know. Are you doing a live?
No, just
recording, yeah? If I could get some more information, I would. Is that information? Can you speak to me then? But, you don't speak English? Oh, okay, no worries. I know a little bit. I've explained it to everybody, but it's great when you can get it from the horse's mouth. You know what I mean? So if I can speak to somebody, well, no, don't worry. I'll find my way. Yeah, I'll find my way. I've spoken to a couple of people already. Thanks.
صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
I think what happens after this is that they do this here, and then they walk down to Whitehall. I think that's what the idea is to do, as a sort of march. Never know, I might get the animal rights protest as well. I don't know yet, man. The thing is, it finishes at 3 p.m, so I don't
وبرب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب.
There's a board down there. Let me just. It looks like it's going to rain, you know.
ومن شر غاسق إذا حسد وبرب الناس ملك الناس
Yeah, it looks like it's going to rain, which is annoying because I've got a couple of places to go today. Sorry.
السلام عليك يا رسول الله السلام عليك يا خير خلق الله السلام عليك وعلى ابن عمك علي امير المؤمنين وسيد الوصيين وعلى ابنتك الصديقه الطاهره فاطمه الزهراء سيدتنا وسيده نساء العالمين وعلى ولديك الحسن والحسين.
Let me think. Oh, there's the guy for Speaker's Corner over there. Oh, I'm gonna trip over to Speaker's Corner and see what's going on over there, yeah? You know, I just like to show you what's going on in London, what's going on. It's basically what I do. So you can get an idea as to what's happening in London. So let's go over to Speaker's Corner. The thing is, it might rain, man, so it's feeling a little bit spotty. Oh no, don't rain. Jeez, man. Oh. If it rains, right? If it rains, I'll stop the live and then I'll come back when it stops, yeah? So just to let you know that in advance. There's some concert going on over here. That's why they're selling all this stuff. Selling all these hats and stuff. Yeah. It's kind of spotted, man. Spotty rain. There's nothing going on over here, right? I'll go back. If you want me to, that is. If you want me to. So we'll look and see some of these comments. London. Where is it happening, Lisa? It says London. It's happening in London, central London. I'm under some trees, so I'm a little bit shaded from the rain. We are now. All right, let's have a look at Speaker's Corner. If you want me to go back there, just let me know. Do you know what I mean? Yep. But the thing is, at Speaker's Corner, not a lot of people turn up, right? Until about 3 p.m. So I don't know what the time is now. What is it? He likes to get a bit of an interview. If you can't hear anything, because I've got 2 mics, if you can't hear, let me know, yeah?
Do you guys love the Messiah? This is the man we call the Messiah. And if you do love him, put some questions in the chat to the Messiah, and I will ask him questions on your behalf. So if you want to chat with the Messiah, put your questions in the chat. So the Messiah, you walked past just now, you're sure?
Yeah, I did. And I was with them last night, and they spread the lies. All they do is
So the idea, guys, right, is that I'm going to be doing lives in vertical because somebody said to me that my videos are a bit too short. So I'm going to start doing lives in vertical, the long version, in this shape. And then I'm going to put the highlights on the channel in the normal camera video so that if you ain't got the attention span, if it's like only 5 minutes you want to watch, then you can watch the highlights on the channel for 5 minutes, yeah? The Bobbies are here today. They're here early, probably because of the Iranian thing over there. I think it's Iran. And if you can see over there, that's what's going on as well. There's a like concerts and all that. Why am I in Hyde Park? What do you mean? Do you know that Speaker's Corner is in Hyde Park? It's still raining, so I don't want to bring my camera out yet. So do you want to stay in Speaker's Corner, or do you want me to go back over to that memorial? Because they're marching down to Whitehall, you know, them lot. They're all going to be marching down to Whitehall. I'm just going to have to get under the tree. It's still raining. It's just spitting, do you know what I mean? You just don't know if it's going to... If it's going to... It's like, where does the fire come from?
I'm Frank, you're making up stories. Once upon a time, there was a sun.
I can show you in science where things come from.
Okay, where did the sun come from? S-U-N.
Another star.
Which star?
If you can hear, if you can't hear it, let me know, yeah?
Demanding empirical evidence. That's what scientists do. Oh, that's a cop-out.
The reason I'm asking why is because these microphones,
Yeah.
the microphone that I'm using is new, kind of cheap, new.
Simple. Jesus said,
Cheap and
let
new.
there be a sun, and there was a sun.
Abracadabra.
No, that's your magic.
Don't be
That's
silly.
your Harry
What
Potter.
country is this? Jesus told you.
Yeah. Jesus says, I'm the first and the last.
Lies.
You call him Jesus a liar.
He's a liar and a fraud.
Where's my shit, man, hang on a minute. Hang on. Hang on a minute, sorry guys. I've got to do something. Oh. Oh no, did I leave it behind? Oh, what a twat. Oh, what a twat, man. I left the bloody oh, what a twat. I left my stick behind. It sorts out the microphone. It helps with the microphone. Oh, what? Oh! No, I got it. I got it. It matters, right? Because you know, when people are talking, you can't hear it. You can't hear what they're saying unless you have a stick for your microphone, which I've now got, thankfully. Oh, look, James is there. Look. I'm just going to see what James. Is going to do. I know James, right? He's a little nutcase. Sometimes he does some nutcase stuff. Do you know what I mean?
What's going on there?
It's a. I thought it was a memorial, but they've called it a You know when you're talking about somebody in the past, that
Commemoration.
yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I can you know.
Who they are
Hussain, he sacrificed. That's what I've read on the board. What are you saying about it?
It's a joke, I think.
It's a joke.
Well, who
Tell me.
commemorate about what? Killing other people?
I've got no idea. I'm just coming out to show people what's going on in London, but you might know better than me. I don't know.
No, I'm curious about it because
Do you know anything about it?
if it is Islamic and remembering about the people who died or what,
Yeah.
they kill and get killed to go to heaven. That's a Quranic verse.
All right.
They sing it very loudly and beautifully, but Quran says you kill and get killed to go to Jannah, to get huris, 72 huris.
Right. Thanks for that. My channel's, I've got to be neutral on my channel, do you know what I mean? But thanks.
Sorry, all the ladies are for huris of heaven.
Anybody that comes on my channel, you got a right to say what you think, yeah? Within reason.
72 huris and young lads. For what?
And young
in heaven. And alcohol plenty.
Oh.
That's a heaven, Jannah, Islamic heaven.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for that conversation. Well, I lost James. Where is he? So you know James, man. He's a little joker. Where is he, man? There he is. Look. Let me see what he's going to do now. Come on, I missed him. Oh, shit. Oh no, he's gone to the tube, is he? Yeah, he's gone to the tube. I thought he was going to do something. You know, on this channel we do like a little bit of drama, you know. We like a little bit of drama. All right, let's get back to the speaker's corner.
Not all the great.
Honestly, I'm a bit gutted that I didn't get the animal rights one in. You know what it is about the animal rights? There's certain protests that no one covers. And I just like to cover the ones that no one covers so that people can see what's going on from a broad angle, you know what I mean? They don't get many views and all that, but I just think they're important because no one covers them. So, it just shows you what's going on behind the scenes, you know what I mean? So just if you don't know, guys, we're at Speaker's Corner right now. Having a look at what's going on. It's early time for Speaker's Corner, so you can see there aren't many people here yet. Normally this place is just completely packed. I don't know what kind of, I think it's a different language.
When a lot of feminists type women vote, they're only voting for women's issues, for their own issues. They're not voting for the best for the country. That's what feminists do. I think working class women actually will probably know a bit more. But whether the feminists are only interested in gender politics and what they can get. And that's why. Is it good? Because what they do, you have charities and groups of women all over the country, hundreds of thousands of them, that are very well organised, who can actually, are very powerful. Men don't have that. And this is the problem. Men don't get together like that, and they don't see themselves as a group, as women do. And it's time we did that. Men actually have to stop talking to women and listening to women and start listening to men.
Can I just ask you one quick question?
You can.
It's it's known in this country anyway, yeah, that men tend to congregate together in pubs, have a conversation, and they tend to back each other up more than women. So what do you think about that?
I think that's completely wrong.
I know, I just heard you say it, that's why I asked you the question.
A lot of the times, a lot of the things that the pubs had was drinking. And when people are drunk, they often don't congregate, or they don't actually plan very well. They just get drunk and they get silly, and often there's alcohol problems, and often the manual jobs they did, whether it was mining or other things like that, were very harsh. And people didn't live quite as long in those days. Notice the pub culture's dying.
Yeah, I think that's to do with government though, isn't it? That's government.
Well, no, it's to do with culture, because a lot of pubs have been turned into flats, and because the thing is, it costs a lot of money to run a pub, and we don't have the culture. Upper class bistro pubs, if they're well run, a bit like a very well run butcher in a posh area.
I'm not, because my channel's neutral, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't really. I'll just ask you questions to probe you a little bit.
That's okay.
With the pubs at the moment, it's purely down to, and if you watch a lot of it and research a lot of it, it's purely down to the government taxes and VAT and the money they're putting on it for actually having a pub in the first place. And that's what's closing down these pubs, just like the clubs. So it's not to do with the culture. People still want to go pubs.
We don't have the working culture for men like
they still want to. Yeah, they still want to go, but they're just being closed down. And what's happening is that the middle classes are springing up all these other different places because they have the money to do it. They can afford to.
We can't afford to drink now. I mean, what is it for a pint in London? £7?
That's what I'm saying. So it's not to do with the culture. The culture is still there to want to go to pubs. I guarantee you that from what I've seen.
Yeah, okay.
Just thought I'd just interrupt there and just say that. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's also the young people.
I know, but if you're going to talk, you're on camera.
He doesn't want to be on there.
If he's going to talk, he's going to. No, non-speakers corner, you know.
Well, he's got the right to
He's got right, so I've got right. So.
He does.
I do have
I'll tell you what I do
right,
for you. I'll tell you what I do, right? It is a favour for you because I could if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I'll put the audio there.
Also, the young people
Audio.
change their culture. Most of them, they don't drink here; they smoke.
That is not true. I guarantee you that's not true.
It is true.
The pub culture is still vibrant. It's just the government is putting too much money on them, so they can't stay open.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's important to get it right, because I tell you why it's important. Because there's a lot of propaganda. The reason why Speaker Corners is so good is that you can speak freely and truthfully. Do you see what I mean? On the mainstream media, they do a lot of covering up, and they don't give you the.
I mean, it's called the mainstream media.
The mainstream, yeah, exactly. They don't give you all of it. All they do is give you little bits and pieces, so you have to dig deeper, and then you can find out what the truth is.
Dig deeper, and it doesn't matter if it's NBC, ABC, BBC. It's all the same people that own it, and I'm
talking about people. If you want to know the truth.
Well, no, you do, and a lot of people who are true journalists wouldn't get a job in the BBC. And the other thing is that they don't pay the journalists as much as they used to, so they actually go on Facebook to get information on things.
And social media, I know. And
yet
yet they were the ones that were saying that they didn't want social media because social media should be regulated and social media is this and that.
Yeah, because social media has left it behind. And look at young kids; they don't watch TV.
They watch social media, and that's where the influence is. And they're a bit scared of that, aren't they?
The world's changed, and young people are completely different to us now because they've grown up on screens from being toddlers, and they're very quick. and they've got their brains actually evolved slightly different to us oldies.
Anyway, thank you, man.
Okay,
Speaking
thank
to me.
you.
Cheers. It's always good to get different opinions at Speaker's Corner. You know what I mean? That's the one thing I like about Speaker's Corner. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of issues with it. Do you know what I mean? But there are bits and pieces like that where you can have a conversation with somebody that isn't about religion. Do you know what I mean? Speaker's Corner, a lot of it is just about religion, but you do get the odd conversation that is about other things, which I think is good. All right, guys, I'm going to have to. Let me just see. I promised. It's at 30 minutes. I promised one of the viewers that I would do a longer video, but I am going to do a longer video, right? But I want to set up my camera and everything, so I might have to just close this down for a moment, and then I'll reappear. Yeah, I'll come back to Speaker's Corner and start the live again. Let's just go and have a look at We'll go and have a look at this arraign thing one more time before, because I think they're going to be going off to the march. They're going to go and march. There's not a lot going on here at the moment.
Whatever is sitting there hasn't been politically influenced. Right. Where the Romans went, the kingdom of Roman, it didn't go anywhere. It just changed into Christianity. Vatican become a Roman.
I think you will find that the Romans persecuted Christians for the first 300 years. They burned them to the lions.
And they found out it's a benefit.
They persecuted them, but despite the persecution, the Christians were able to record everything that they had seen and heard and send them out to the four corners of the earth.
That is why.
This is all before the Romans.
That is why we have so many of these books, different versions. That's why. And plus, unfortunately, religious people using you and I as an ordinary person. They say, right, somebody said that, somebody is all over.
Yeah, they were prepared to die for what they had seen.
And have you heard of Spanish Inquisition? For 500 years.
Yes, this is why Jesus had to die, because we were sinful.
He died before that.
Jesus said, he who lives by the sword will die by the sword. Put away your sword.
Yes.
My kingdom is not of this world. My kingdom is of heaven. I am king of heaven, not a king in this world. And if I were a king in this world, then my disciples would have used a sword, like Muhammad used a sword, to defend him. But my kingdom is not of this world, therefore you must not use the sword.
You got that wrong.
You are saying that the people with Jesus got it wrong and you did it right.
Sorry.
I disagree.
No.
I know you
Hang on. No, I'm not saying that is wrong.
The genocide of the Amalekites and the Canaanites.
Excuse me.
I'll do it over there then.
Woman and child, and he was then super unhappy that some people survived. And the best oxen, I think, were saved. And so he said, why didn't you fulfill my command? So this is a genocidal God.
No, so the Amalekites were a tribe in Canaan. And if you read Old Testament, you will hear why he gave these instructions. They weren't from to Christians to kill all the non-Christians.
No, but it was a genocide. You cannot make absolute.
وقف حجاب والحجاب هو سفر وقف حجاب
فين دول؟
Christian, I said Christian. You know who's the woman wearing hijab? The black ladies, the Catholics. The Catholics. The Ethiopian lady. The Ethiopian lady. Not only Catholic. I said Ethiopian lady with hijab. Yeah, what about them?
I don't know if you can hear it, guys. I'm trying my best.
That's who? That's who? Female. What do you mean by that? Who's that? A Muslim or female? Yeah, what's that?
Right, I'm gonna I'm going to end the live now, guys, right? And I'm going to come back to it when it's a lot busier, or if I'm following that march. I haven't decided yet. The thing is with the Speakers Corner, it does close down quite late, so I'm just going to end the live now, and I will restart it when I've set my camera up. So I just like to use both for backup, you know. And I need to set it up. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, guys, and you like this kind of content, subscribe. Give the video a like. You know, I'm sure you've heard it all before. It helps the channel grow. Yeah, I appreciate you coming, and I'll see you either in about 15 minutes or whenever you come next. Cheerio. Have a good Sunday.